life when the phrase bread of life is used. One is the word bios, right? Can you guess what the word bios means? Physical life, right? Bios is biology. Bios is really, it just simply means biological life. And then there's another word called zoe. Zoe. And zoe is a word used to describe something called the quality of life. So zoe is a life full of meaning and significance and exhilaration and joy. And when Jesus said, I'm the bread of life, he didn't say, I'm the bread of biological life. Of course, he uses this word zoe, and he says, I am the bread who's come from heaven, and I am the source of zoe. What does that mean? I am the source of a life worth living, significance, importance, value, joy, and meaning. And zoe is the kind of life that makes life worth living. And Jesus says, don't crave only physical food. There's more. There's not just bios for you to enjoy, right, which is a glimpse of heaven, but there's also zoe, which brings our souls to life. And Jesus says, don't labor just for the food that you're going to eat. Put the work in and labor to make sure that you're feeding yourself zoe, that even if that physical bread is provided by God himself, there's still more. So in other words, even though God provided the manna to the Israelites, that wasn't all there was to live by. Man doesn't live on bread alone. There's more to life than that. And instead, God's people are to long for and live for the spiritual bread that comes down from heaven, and it gives quality life, a zoe life, to the world. And Jesus says, don't get stuck, don't get ensnared only pursuing physical bread to feed your body. Don't crave only physical food. There's more. C.S. Lewis talks about this. C.S. Lewis, a philosopher, author. It's brilliant, right? Here's what he says about our cravings. C.S. Lewis says that creatures are not born with desires unless a satisfaction for that desire exists. Then he gives examples, and he says, baby feels hunger, and the reason a baby feels hunger is because there is